channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkcat, and finally I am reviewing this movie. This is the movie that a lot of people have been talking about, and I have been requested to talk about this movie. So I finally saw this movie a bit late, but that's okay. Today I'm going to review the latest Hollywood action drama film, RRR. This movie is directed by S.S. Rajamouli. And this movie tells the story of a fearless revolutionary and an officer in the British force who once shared a deep bond, decide to join forces and chart out an inspirational path of freedom against the British government. Now, like I said before, a lot of people have been requesting me to see this movie. A lot of people said this is one of the best action films of the year. This is definitely one of the most fun movies they had with 2022. So, I was excited to see this film on Netflix. This is a 3-hour film. It's a long film. Now, here are my thoughts on this movie. People are absolutely right. I would say RRR is one of the most badass movies I have seen in 2022. And I do support different movies around the world. I don't watch much Bollywood type movies, but you know what, I will always support them. I will always support different films around the world, and if people are requesting me to see these types of movies, I would check it out. And I'm so freaking glad I saw RRR, because seriously, this movie was a total freaking blast. This movie was just a lot of fun. This is a 3-hour, predictable, over-the-top action film that knows exactly what it is. And what I mean by over-the-top and predictable, I mean that. This movie has so many ridiculous moments where I literally was like, that has never been done in a movie, and I loved it. I just want to talk about the characters in this movie. We get these two different people in this film becoming friends in the film. Raju in the film is a British officer in the film, and we have this revolutionary named Beam in the film. Their chemistry in this film is some of the best bromances I have seen in the film, probably since Maverick and Goose in Top Gun. Them two together shows us the right representation of bromance. They are so close in this movie, and their friendship in this movie is one of the main importance of the film, and it's done really, really well. They're two different people doing this mission, but they do not know that. Their friendship is kind of taking over. And of course, when things happen, when the reveal happens, you don't want them to split, because you love them two together. The actors, I cannot pronounce the actor's name, I apologize, but the actors who portrayed him did a great job in this film. You really love their friendship in this film, and it definitely brings a lot of heart to this film, but also some awesomeness with this film. But not just that, the other actors in the film, they did a great job in the film. There's this British lady named Jennifer who is a love interest to Beam. She does a great job in the film. The fiance of Raju is great in the film. Also, this little girl in this film does a great job in this film. The little girl that Beam is trying to go after because the British government is kidnapping this girl. I thought she does a great job in the film also. Stevenson is in this film. He plays the villain of this film, and he is some of the most over-the-top villains that I've seen in the movie, but it works in this movie. He does such a great job as the villain of the film. The acting in this film is great. But what takes over of this film is how much ridiculously fun this movie is. The action scenes in this movie are bloody insane. I was enjoying it the whole 3 hours. The action in this movie is mind-blowing. There's a lot of fun, ridiculous action scenes, and also this movie is full on. This movie is gory, it's bloody, but it's also over the top as hell. There's a scene where Bean just unleashes these animals and they just kick people's asses, and I just couldn't help but smile throughout that scene. There's a lot of fun, ridiculous action scenes in this movie. There's an action scene involving a piggyback ride, which is probably one of the most original action set pieces I have ever seen, and also This movie has some of the most badass bow and arrow scenes that I have seen. There's a lot of great action scenes in this movie, but I don't want to talk about all of them because I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen this movie. But please check this movie out, especially for the action. It is fun. But not just there are action scenes in this movie. This movie mixes a lot of genres in one film, and I just thought it completely works for this type of movie. It's one of those things that belongs definitely in this Tollywood movie. There are dance sequences in this movie. There are some musical numbers also in this film with action scenes. Like, we never get anything like this in a film before. So, I'll give RRR this. It's original when it comes to that. The dance sequences, the singing sequences, the action, how it's tied together, it is ridiculous, but it's awesome. It completely works for this movie. This movie has some funny sequences, but also this movie does have a bit of heart as well. This movie is a friendship story / rivalry story about them both trying to basically revolutionize the British force and try to basically stop them. And just the emotional aspects of the film also does work in the film. But what's great about this film is that this film is non-stop. This is a 3-hour movie that I didn't want to end. There's a moment in the film where I thought the film's going to end, but no, this film completely keeps going. Seriously, the direction with this film, SS Rajamouli, the way he directs this film looks like he had a lot of fun making this film. Yes, this film is predictable. This film is cheesy. It's ridiculous. But it works for this film. If you just want to have a freaking fun freaking time, I would say RRR is definitely that movie. I would even say the look of the movie looks absolutely beautiful. I would definitely get this on 4K if it even comes in 4K. Just the look, the visuals of the movie, for the most part, look really good in this film. And I even heard this movie is based on the actual Indian revolutionary story, but it's like fictionalized characters, so I find that really interesting in this film. I do have only one nitpick of this film, even though this film is a 3-hour, epic, ridiculous, fun over the top movie that's not boring, it's entertaining as hell, it's a really fun freaking movie. I would say one nitpick of the film is the animals, the visual effects on the animals. There are times where it's very, very noticeable, and I think it knows it. It's not trying to be, you know, the best looking visual effects film, but it is very noticeable when it comes to the CGI. But oh my god, for people who request me to see this film, thank you. Because man, this can absolutely be on my best list of this year for sure. Overall, RRR is a predictable, cheesy, fun action movie that knows exactly what it is. It's an over-the-top movie that completely works. This is a great movie, guys. I think the friendship story between Bean and Raju is fantastic in the film. The cast did a great job. The action scenes, the whole mixture of action, dance sequences, and musical sequences absolutely freaking works in this movie. This is a movie that you need to have a good time with and know exactly what it is. This is a turn your brain off, fun, freaking action film that's filmed very, very well. It's one of those films that can literally get away with anything, honestly. Please don't do an American remake of this. Seriously, RRR should definitely stay as it is. Absolutely, guys. Check out RRR if you still haven't seen it. This film is a freaking fun time, and I am going to give RRR an A. Man, for people who requested me to check out this film, thank you. So, that is my review, my late review for RRR, but finally I saw this movie. What do you think of this movie? Do you like this movie, hate this movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. And have a nice day.